Interior design trends for 2026 are moving in a really interesting direction. And what I love most about this moment is that it feels less about what's Instagrammable and much more about how spaces actually feel to live in, especially here in places like Deep Creek Lake, where homes are meant to be used, gathered in, and lived in across seasons. These trends make a lot of sense. We're seeing a shift towards warmth, depth, and character, and away from the stark, overly minimal look that's dominated over the last several years. One of the biggest overarching themes for 2026 is what many designers are calling the heritage aesthetic. This is a newer, more grounded iteration of the grand millennial style, but with less fuss and more natural materials. Think spaces that feel collected rather than styled, homes that look like they've evolved over time and feel personal without being cluttered. Instead of frills, it's about quality pieces and finishes that feel authentic and rooted. Along with that comes a major shift in color. While Pantone's color of the year may be lighter and airy, don't let that fool you. Darker, moodier interiors are very much in for 2026. Stark whites and all gray rooms are continuing to fade out, replaced by deeper, more enveloping tones. These colors create spaces that feel cozy, grounded, and calming, especially important in second homes and vacation properties where people want to unwind. Speaking of color, blue is emerging as the new sage. Where sage green has been everywhere for years, we're now seeing softer blues, dusty navies, and moody slate tones taking its place. Blue feels timeless, works beautifully with wood and stone, and brings a sense of calm without feeling trendy or overdone. The blue and white porcelain piece trend has been really big recently, and going into 2026, we're seeing that old world blue aesthetic taken from statement pieces into the broader interior for a more cohesive feel. Materials are also getting richer. Dark wood and dark brown finishes are making a strong comeback this year, replacing lighter oak and washed out finishes that have dominated for a while now. Walnut, espresso-stained woods, and deep brown cabinetry add depth and sophistication, and they pair beautifully with both modern and traditional design. This trend alone instantly makes a home feel warmer and more elevated. In terms of finishes, silver is back, and while some are predicting that high gloss and chrome are going to be big, many are instead leaning into brushed, aged, and softer silver finishes that feel understated and elegant. These work especially well in kitchens, bathrooms, and in lighting, and they're a refreshing alternative to the all brass or all matte black look that's been everywhere. Gold has also been dominating the fashion industry, especially for the last 5 years or so, and it's now time for silver to have its moment again in fashion and in the home. Pattern and softness are also playing a much bigger role. Clean, hard lines are starting to feel cold and industrial, while curves and movement feel warm and inviting. We're seeing this in scalloped edges, which are still really popular, rounded furniture, arched details, especially in mirrors, and organic silhouettes. Even subtle curves in sofas, chairs, and tables make spaces feel more comfortable, natural, and human. Textiles are following a similar path. Solid rugs are becoming more popular, especially in rich, saturated colors or natural textures, acting as a grounding element rather than a busy focal point. At the same time, designers are getting bolder with stripes and pattern on pattern, layering prints in a way that feels playful but intentional. The key here is cohesion, keeping colors within a tight palette so the space feels layered rather than chaotic. Lighting is another area where 2026 design really shines. There's a strong emphasis on texture and layering, particularly in lighting fixtures. Instead of relying on just one overhead light, homes are incorporating multiple sources. Table lamps, sconces, pendants, each adding warmth and atmosphere. We're also seeing more statement light fixtures though, including pieces with celestial or star-inspired elements. These nods to the sky, the cosmos, and nature feel especially fitting in mountain and lake homes. It's also mirroring the extra celestial makeup and fashion trends of the year. Stone is also having a major moment. Statement stone finishes, whether it's dramatic veining, darker marble, or bold slabs, are being used intentionally to anchor a space. Instead of stone being purely neutral, it's becoming art itself. Fireplaces, kitchen islands, and bathroom vanities are prime spots for this trend. Taking a kitchen backsplash all the way up the wall is a bold and beautiful way to incorporate this stone texture trend. And finally, one of the most important themes tying everything together is bringing nature indoors. It's timeless, and it's not just about adding plants. It's about materials, views, and textures, and finishes that reflect the outdoors. Natural light, raw wood, stone, organic fabrics, and colors pulled straight from the landscape are shaping interiors that feel connected to their surroundings. This trend is especially relevant in places like Deep Creek Lake, where the environment is such a big part of why people choose to live or invest here in the first place. Overall, 2026 interior design is about warmth, depth, and intention. Homes are becoming less about perfection and more about personality. Whether you're updating a primary residence, renovating a vacation home, or preparing a property for sale, these trends all point towards spaces that feel lived in, welcoming, and timeless, which in my experience is exactly what buyers are responding to right now. My name's Elizabeth Ware and I'm with Really Realty. Thanks so much for joining me today to get a sneak peek at some of the biggest predicted interior design trends of 2026. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more local real estate and lifestyle videos, and I'll see you in the next one.